So listen to this. He made Cristiano Ronaldo cry. He was called the most intelligent playmaker of his generation. He won the World Cup and lost his country. He had eyes in the back of his head, but no one saw the knives behind his back. They said he was lazy, disloyal, disconnected. But what if I told you this wasn't the story of a lazy genius? This was the story of a misunderstood artist in a game that stopped loving artists. This is Mesut Özil, and this is the truth they never wanted you to hear. Football has always had space for brilliance, but not always for the quiet kind. In a world obsessed with passion, blood, and shouting, Mesut Özil was a whisper. No screaming, no drama, just passes. Impossible passes, the kind that made teammates richer, fans louder, and defenders dizzy. He was the most gifted number 10 of his time. He led Germany's new golden generation. He fed Ronaldo like no one ever did. He broke Premier League assist records. And then, he just disappeared, dropped, isolated, blamed, vilified. But why? Why did the world turn on one of its most unique players? Was it really about effort? Or was it about something deeper, something darker, something no one wanted to admit? To understand Mesut Özil, we have to go back. Not to London, not even to Madrid, but to a steel town in Western Germany. To a boy with no voice, but a dream louder than the whole world. Mesut Özil was born on October 15, 1988, in Gelsenkirchen, Germany. If you've never been to Gelsenkirchen, you haven't missed much. It's grey, industrial, coal, steel, and Schalke 04. But in the backyard of a migrant family from Zonguldak, Turkey, a small boy spent his days kicking a ball against the garage wall, over and over and over. They called it the monkey cage, a tiny fenced court near his home, where Mesut learned to play in tight spaces, against older, stronger kids. He didn't talk much, didn't argue, didn't complain. But when the ball came to him, he painted. "I always saw things 2 seconds before everyone else," Ozil would later say. And he did. By the time he was 14, scouts were whispering. By 17, he was in Schalke's first team. By 19, he was gone. Why? Because Schalke didn't want to pay him 1.5 million euros a year. So he left. To Werder Bremen. That's where everything changed. At Bremen, Ozil exploded. He led the Bundesliga in assists. He glided past defenders like water. His vision was unfair. Germany took notice. And when the 2010 World Cup came, so did the world. It was supposed to be a rebuilding tournament for Germany. New faces. No Ballack. But something was different. This team didn't just win, they danced. Khedira, Müller, Neuer, Lahm. And at the heart of it all was Ozil, a 21-year-old, and still baby-faced but fearless, against England. That pass to Müller that split 3 defenders. Against Argentina, a corner that curved like poetry. He finished with 3 assists, countless chances created, and a global reputation. But one person watched Ozil closer than anyone else. Cristiano Ronaldo. Real Madrid came calling. And that summer, the quiet boy from Gelsenkirchen walked into the loudest dressing room on earth. Real Madrid is not for the faint-hearted. Galacticos, egos, pressure, and politics. But for 3 golden years, Mesut Özil thrived. From 2010 to 2013, he led La Liga in assists. He created 27 assists in one season, a record at the time. But more than the numbers, it was the way he did it. He saw runs before they happened, played one-touch football like a jazz pianist. And with Ronaldo, it was magic. Cristiano once said, "Ozil is the best number 10 I've ever played with." Ozil fed him, constantly. One touch, no look, perfect weight. In training, he was unplayable. In matches, uncatchable. But behind the scenes, there were cracks. Jose Mourinho loved him, but also shouted at him. One time, Ozil gave up chasing a ball in training. Mourinho exploded. "You think you're too good to track back? Go cry to your mother." Ozil stormed off, but returned the next day. Silent, focused. He delivered. Every time. Then, just when he had conquered Madrid, he was sold to Arsenal. Without warning. Even Ronaldo was shocked. He was the guy who understood my movements best. He said, "I'm angry about Ozil leaving." But why was he sold? Politics, finances, Florentino Perez. And Mesut was too quiet to fight it. So he went to London, to start again, to carry a broken team, alone. September 2nd, 2013, deadline day. Arsenal fans are refreshing Twitter every 5 seconds. They're expecting disappointment. Another year of, we almost signed, then, boom. The unthinkable happens. Arsenal signed Mesut Özil from Real Madrid for £42.5 million. The most expensive player in Arsenal history at the time. The Emirates explodes. Fans lose their minds. Piers Morgan tweets like it's Christmas. But it's not just hype. This signing means something deeper. After years of selling stars, Fabregas, Nasri, Van Persie, Arsenal finally bring in a world-class name, a Galactico. This is supposed to be the turning point, the return to glory. And Ozil? He starts cooking. In his first few games, he racks up assists like he's back in Madrid. He's not flashy, but his passes are velvet. His movement? Ghost-like. That 2015-16 season, he records 19 assists in the Premier League. Just one short of Thierry Henry's record. He should have broken it, but his teammates kept missing. Still, he was brilliant. He won 3 FA Cups with Arsenal. He extended his contract in 2018, £350,000 per week. And that's when the story changes, because from that moment on, Ozil becomes a target. It starts small, whispers in the media, criticism from pundits. He doesn't run enough, he disappears in big games, he's lazy. But here's the thing, statistically, he covered more ground than most midfielders. But he didn't look like he was sweating, he didn't shout, didn't slide into tackles, he glided. And English football doesn't like gliders. It likes fighters. Soon, the fans grow divided. Some still love him. Others want more. Then comes Unai Emery, and Mesut doesn't fit. The coach benches him, publicly questions his work rate, privately freezes him out. It becomes toxic. Then Mikel Arteta arrives. Hope returns. Ozil starts well, strings some games together, but then something happens. In July 2020, after the COVID restart, Mesut Özil is left out of the squad. Not just the starting 11, the entire squad, for the rest of the season. Why? The official line, tactical decision, the real reasons. Complicated. Earlier that year, Ozil publicly criticized China's treatment of Uyghur Muslims. He posted on Instagram, "Muslims are silent. The Muslim media is silent. Where are the voices for the Uyghurs?" Arsenal's response? They distance themselves. As a football club, Arsenal always adheres to the principle of not involving itself in politics. Chinese state TV pulled Arsenal games. Sponsors got nervous. And Ozil? Frozen out. He never played for Arsenal again. No farewell, no last match. Just silence. From club legend to ghost. To 2014, the Maracanã, World Cup final, Germany versus Argentina. It's 0-0 in extra time. Then, Mario Götze scores. Germany wins the World Cup, and Mesut Özil, he starts, plays 120 minutes, creates chances, runs his soul out. He's a world champion. But 4 years later, he's gone. Not from football, from Germany. In 2018, Özil poses for a photo with Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. He's hammered by the press, called unpatriotic, accused of divided loyalties. But here's the thing, Özil was born in Germany, but always felt like an outsider. When Germany won, he was German. When they lost, he was Turkish. After the 2018 World Cup, a disaster for Germany, he becomes the scapegoat. So he quits, releases a statement that shakes football. "I am German when we win, but I'm an immigrant when we lose." He cites racism, double standards, and a lack of respect. He never played for Germany again. And just like that, the boy who gave everything for both countries belonged to neither. So, was he lazy? No, he just didn't fit the mold. He wasn't loud, wasn't aggressive, didn't play for the camera. He played for the pass, for the angle, for the poetry, and that made him a target. Mesut Özil was too sensitive for the machine, too thoughtful for the headlines, too principled for politics. He saw things others didn't, but they never saw him for who he truly was. He won trophies, made teammates legends, changed the way we think about space and vision. And when it was over, he didn't beg, he walked away, silently, like he always did. If I don't fit your system, maybe your system is broken. Mesut Özil. If you're still watching, then you're ready for the next one. Click on the video and see you there.